nice Mega Man.
Alright guys, this is gonna be Mega Man 6, but it's not the usual category that we normally see. It's gonna be 100% since the incentive was met and they just started. The route of the bosses is the same, since it's basically weakness order. But spoiler alert, on some stages they will take different routes from the normal ones, since this game has some hidden paths. Well, many of them not really that hidden, but you know. So the first stage is not much going on, they just trying to optimize their movement, canceling slides, because you can't jump out of the slides in Mega Man 6. So you gotta turn around or do a double press of A to jump. Ppot trying to go for a really risky strat here. He ends up dying. But it's a really short amount of time lost here, because when you fall on bits in Mega Man 6, you respawn in like 5 seconds. And the checkpoint was on that same room. Those pandas have 6 health, so it's 1 charge shot and 3 more small shots. It's quite a bit of mashing. And Terrex is already coming to the boss room. This boss fight, it's really simple. You just charge your shots and keep away, keep dodging his attacks. But Ppot is probably trying to do, Ppot and Terrex actually, both are trying to do a small trick to charge faster, like sliding and canceling to both sides. Also ending the stage on the right side to reduce lag. So sliding and canceling it reduces the charging time by 1 frame. So if you do it a lot during the boss fight, you might save like half a second, I don't know. Probably not that much. Now both go into Flame Man. Just a reminder that playing perfect is a myth. Here, this stage is way more technical than Wind. Because things you do, if you miss something on the first screen, it will affect later on in the stages, in the stage, because those oil pits that they just pass by, when they are lit, they keep lit for the entire stage, and on the second half of the stage, there aren't new oil pits, they are the same from the first screen. So if you haven't lit from the first screen, they will be lit again, and they are insta kill. So you don't wanna have many of them lit at that point. Here, those flame guys have quite a bit of RNG on how often they would throw the flames and how high or how fast. Here you see both runners are pretty close, actually, going to the boss door. So Flame Man, there's not much going on for this fight. He can do basically 2 things: be on the ground, doing this flame thing on the ground, or jump. He has also another ground attack that's even better than this one. But the important thing is that if he jumps, you lose time. Both with really good fights there. Now they got the best weapon of this game, the Flame Blast. It it has, I think, 4 damage. It does 4 damage to enemies, so it will kill most enemies in a very low amount of shots, which is really good for most stages. That's why Flame is so early in the route. The only reason it's not first, it's because Wind is not a stage where you can really use much weapons to make it faster. And Flame Man Fight is really fast with the Wind weapon, faster than Buster by a lot. Here we're seeing a little bit of a different strat from Terex. He's equipping Flame before Ppot. It's said to be like a little bit faster, but not too much. Now both of them are going to the submarine. Here they are gonna, I think they're gonna attempt a trick called Butter. Ppot just got it. Terex had to wait at the end. I don't know if it could have gone for it. But yeah, if you can go directly through the submarine without stopping, you got Butter, because it's moved like butter. None of the runners are gonna attempt pump skip because it's it's a coin flip, and we wanna see a close race here. This boss has quite a bit of RNG. It it can do basically 2 things: slide or roll. If he rolls, you're losing time. If he slides, you can save time. Basically that. Dude, this race is pretty close. We're 3 stages in, and it's about 1 or 2 seconds difference. Now they're both going on Plantman stage. This stage has some pretty mash heavy sections and a very scary section at the end. Also full of enemies and lag because of the enemies. So they're gonna try to kill most of them when possible. Let's see. Yo, Dark's got a pretty good movement there on that screen. To catch up a bit with Ppot. Now the gorilla, I think it's 6 shots you gotta do in one jump to kill him. I think Terex missed one. It's not a big deal since he does not have iframe, so it's just jump again and shoot again. Ppot going for the refill, he might go for the plant forms. Since Terex didn't go for the refill, he might not. I don't know. Let's see. So this is a very scary section coming up, depending on how you choose to do it. Oh man, just missing the jump. Meanwhile, Terex is doing a pretty good job. I thought he didn't have enough ammo, but yeah, he didn't have enough ammo, but he's just going to take a small time loss. Bonking on that last cannon is safe, by the way. You never get knocked back into the pit. So he's gonna attempt to glitch Plantman's AI. He got it, and he got the 6-hit cycle. That's pretty hard to do. He also didn't get the easy pattern to manipulate, so that was pretty good. Now Ppot just got past plant forms easily the second try. As always, second try is always easier.
got a second for a donation?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Okay. Okay, so we got Oglib donated $25.57, and he said, "Good luck to all the runners, and thanks to all the organizers and volunteers for putting on an awesome marathon. Put this toward naming the character in Undertale Dingus." All right, man. If you want that, that's what you got. Also, I want to mention that we've got 2 new incentives. So, and they're both going to be closing out after Mega Man 7. So you don't have a lot of time to get these. So they are going to be $25 each. We're going to see 2 of the cutscenes in Mega Man 8. So if you want to see the first for the mid cutscene, $25. $25 to see the intro cutscene also. So get those donations in if you want to see that. You got till the end of Mega Man 7.
So yeah, both of them on Tomahawk stage. This is not really a crazy stage, but they gotta take. I believe there's a small detour they've gotta make compared to the normal speed run of this stage, because they gotta collect all the items. Oh, they also gotta get the energy balancer. That's a thing in this game. So yeah, they gotta do a little backtracking here. Get the item, then come back. Because if they had kept going through the same path, they would not collect the beat ladder, I think. I don't remember exactly. Because unlike Mega Man 5, beat in this game is really bad. He doesn't do any damage to bosses, and he also consumes a lot of ammo if you're gonna use it for killing normal enemies. Oh man, Ppotdot falling into the pit. That was rough. Game over. Goes back to the beginning of the stage. Meanwhile, Terex had a pretty okay fight with Tomahawk Man. Also, unlike Mega Man 5, life drops are not that common in Mega Man 6. Alright, Terex going into Yamato Man. The beginning of the stage can be really tricky. Yeah, those ball guys, they are really bad for you. If you miss them by a tiny bit, you get fucked. So he's going already into an alternate path, and he's gonna kill a mini boss that most people don't even know exists. Meanwhile, Ppotdot just going through the section that killed him last time. Hopefully he's gonna get through it. Nice. Now Tarek's going for the normal speed route, which is not the intended normal route for this stage. Like, this stage you're supposed to go down if you don't know what to do, because the beat ladder is up there. But it's fun how it's actually the faster way to go. Oh, Terex getting a fast Yamato fight, as we call, because he got hit, and you should never get hit, because Yamato is a pretty easy boss. So the difference is about one stage right now. Ppot just got into... Oh, Terex didn't have to kill the frog, he just did it because he wanted to show it. Well, it was a good usage of his lead. It was a really good usage for this lead. So Terex taking a death on the spike ceiling room. That room is really scary because obviously the ceiling is spikes, so, and you wanna get through it in just one cycle. So you gotta be really fast with your slides, and you gotta have small jumps, and that in Mega Man 6 sometimes make you not uh, get to the other side, since sometimes ledges in this game just flat out reject you and push you to your death. Some people might call that room the spike wall room. I don't know which one is the right one. Bot showing us how the Yamato fight should look like. Oh no, he botched it. He got hit. Too fast Yamatos. Right. Terex getting a really good Mad Nerd room. Ppot saying in the chat that should not go the wrong way. Reminder to not go the wrong way, or otherwise you have to revisit the Nightman stage. Terex remembered to not go the wrong way. Well, Fatso, I would say faster fights to avoid confusion. Yo, Ppot getting the new strat for the spike ceiling. Meanwhile, Terex getting a really good Nightman fight. He didn't jump at all, and that's what you're gonna wanna see. Most of the time, the Mega Man 6 bosses can waste time by jumping. You don't want any of them to jump at all. If they jump, you lose time. So that was a pretty good pattern for Terex. Oh, Ppot getting a drop. Wow, dude. That drop killed him. He could not have seen that coming before, I don't think. Terex going into Centaur Man. Yo, he went for a really risky strat there. Jumping over that pit before the Metroid comes down is really tight, and if you miss, you die. He chooses to switch to the Nightball early. That's probably faster, but it's also a little sketchy because you get less ammo for the boss fight. And if you miss one shot, you're probably having to take a hit. Oh, he takes a death. He probably failed to cancel the slide, I think. Taking a death there is not too bad because it's the checkpoint room, but it also makes the cycle for the water ceiling really bad. So you gotta wait a little bit, can't go as fast. Ppotdot, please. Please. Just please. Alright. Terrex passed the scary section. Oh man! Oh no! Oh no! Okay, he managed to survive that fall. Dude, that was pretty close. And he had to go for a second try ladder jump. You can actually do this jump out of every ladder in Mega Man 6, but not all of them are long enough to be worth it. And also, if you miss, you just lose all the time saved and start losing time right away. It doesn't save much time at all. About doing booster only strats for the beginning of the stage. And getting a really good spikes water sealing room. Doing booster only strats is good because you can kill one of those Roland type enemies before the checkpoint. Oh, after the checkpoint. I didn't quite see how well did Centaur Man fight for Terrex go, but it can't go much wrong. He does very little damage to you, so it's pretty safe as far as HP goes. He can only waste time by teleporting and also freezing you if you do something wrong. Ppotdot also remembering to go the right boss fight. Terrex already going into X1. He's on the second room. This stage has some pretty scary strats. You fly really close to spikes and such. Oh, Terrex had a little bit of a problem with that cannon, but managed to kill him. Let's see how he chooses to approach this jump. You can just... Yo, nice. The normal way would be go back, then go ahead again. But some runners find it easier to just go in one single jump. If you miss it, you hit a spike in the ceiling, so you die. And it's pretty far away from the beginning of the stage. And it does not have a checkpoint by that point. Now he's coming to the boss. This boss has no iframes that I know of, but his hitbox is a little bit sketchy. That was a really good fight. Alright, Ppotdot just getting into X1. Meanwhile, Terrex already X2. Here he wants to kill most of the enemies because they are all in the way, but sometimes he'll have to just ignore them because he'll swap to Silver Tomahawk since it's the weakness of the boss. And he can't spend too much since he has to kill the boss, and also this weapon is gonna be used later on some other boss. So he's not gonna kill every single enemy, just most of them. Also, sometimes the mats take too long to open, so like on this screen, he had to just take a deboost. Ppotdot also had a pretty good fight against X1 boss. I don't know the names of most of the bosses in the fortress. This guy can be a huge troll, but he's not being too bad right now. Terrex didn't get many rocks to fall on his head, so it was a pretty okay fight. He also didn't miss too many shots. Oh man, the best boss of the pal suit only? I don't think so. This stage is gonna have a huge usage of the jet suit because it's a lot of vertical climbing and also flying over pits right now. It's a pretty scary stage because most of the time you have no ground below you. So many mistakes may drop you off into a pit. Here he swaps back to Buster because there's a slightly longer section of not climbing up. So he can make up the menu time by sliding. The bot had a okay fight with that boss. Now the second section of Jetsu. This one is even more scary than the first one. Even by the end, mistakes can be really bad. Oh, Terex chooses to go more on the safe side. Now he's gonna use the power suit for the first time to kill a boss. This boss is called Metonga Z, if I record correctly. He can be a troll. He's being a troll right now. When he shoots those balls, it's not easy to hit him. I think you want him to charge at you at the beginning. Good fight by Terex.
I just wanted to mention, if at all possible, that if you notice in the chat, as Chelny has put, that donate link will be sending money to help Cassio, who's right here doing commentary, and Percy get to AGDQ 2018. And we've got some pretty cool incentives, including the 2 new ones that just opened up for Mega Man 7. And also we've got some pretty cool bid wars, especially in Undertale, coming up. So please donate and get some love for these guys.
All right. So Terex is now on the scariest stage of all the X stages, Mr. X stages. This one has the most dangerous strats. Meanwhile, Ppot had a pretty good. Oh man, Terex got sniped. Ppot had a pretty good stage. He almost got trolled by at the end by the Roland type enemy, but it was okay. Oh, Turks got an ammo refill. I was about to say that managing your weapon energy in X4 is pretty important, since you need to have at least 7, if I record correctly, 7 night balls to kill Centaur Man on the refights. And if you waste too much on this stage, you won't have enough. But since Terex got a large refill, he was okay. Ppot also getting a refill there. So Terex chooses to kill this thing with Pal Suit. You can also kill it with the flame blast. Now we have a revelation here. It was Wily all along. It was not Mr. X that was behind the evil deeds. Oh man, Ppot using the bird. Ppot going for the bird strats. I didn't even knew that was a thing. Terex going into Wily 1. A pretty short stage. And oh, he had a little bit of a hiccup here. Oh, Ppot showing us the strat of killing this thing with fire. It's a little bit faster but it's also riskier. Terex is gonna start pumping up his jet on that screen because he wanna go through this alternate pattern because it's faster. It's you just go skip a lot of rooms. But also going into Wily 1. But this seems like he's catching up a bit. Derek's had some short deaths, but it has actually made a lot of effect as time saves go. Now Derek's got to the worst boss in this game. He has a really weird hitbox. Derek's is getting really good luck. Oh, as I said that, he got some shots eaten. There's a way to make it more consistent, but it should be slower overall. Because you have to wait until you get to the wall. You stay on the platform until you get to the wall and shoot. But if you want to go faster, sometimes you want to just shoot before that, but he sometimes will just eat one of your shots. Or two. He's just that hungry. On Wily 2, Terex. This is also a short stage. He's gonna use Flame Blast here. Hopefully he's gonna get this on one jump. Oh, he missed, but he got the backup. Alright. That skips a pretty huge amount of this stage. I didn't see how Ppotdot's Megasaur fight went, but I hope it was pretty good. He swaps here for the Windman's weapon because it's the weapon that kills the boss, and it's also good for killing the mad nerds. This boss is called BJW. I don't remember the context, but it's called BJW. It's pretty easy. You just shoot at him. Now he's going into Wily 3. This is the refights stage. He's gonna grab some refills for the Tomahawk weapon because it's gonna be needed for Yamato Man and for the Wily fight. Ppotdot also threw BJW. Alright, Terex going into the first refight. It's gonna be Blizzard Man. Blizzard Man? Is his name Blizzard Man? Canada Man again. And he's already started with a pretty bad luck. But then he got pretty good RNG. Nice. Only one row. It's better than average. Oh, but now Flameman is compensating by jumping a lot. He settled down at the end, so it's okay. It was okay. Ppotdot just going into Blizzard Man fight. Derek's having a pretty good Tomahawk Man refight. Didn't miss any shots. You gotta be really careful on the Tomahawk and Windman refights because if you miss a shot, you lose a lot of time. You have to go back to Buster and charge a shot. Or go to Pal Suit. both of the options would be really slow compared to just killing them with the right weapon. So, pretty bad start of Centerman fight. He started with a teleport. Another one now. Dang, that's not good RNG. Ppot had a pretty good tomahawk. It was damageless, as far as I saw. Maybe I'm mistaken. Nightman jumping a little bit for Terex. Now the moment of truth. Will he get another 6-hit cycle? He got the easier pattern to manipulate. And he missed. So he's disqualified from this race. Sorry, Terex. It was all for nothing. Only 5-hit cycle is not acceptable. At least he got a good Yamato Man fight. Oh, he missed Ppot jump. I think that's called Ppot jump. Let's see how Plantman fight goes for Ppot. He got it. Nice job, Ppot. Nice job on validating your run. So now Terex is gonna grab another refill for Tomahawk. And he's approaching the final of this, the ending of this run. He's gonna fight Wily Machine and Wily Capsule. It's only one fight in this game. It's not two separate stages. It's a pretty fast fight. Wily Machine in Capsule has really short iframes. He got the early hit on the second phase for Machine, pretty good. Now let's see how lucky he gets with the spawns of the capsule. Yo, that's a pretty good one. He got the off-screen hit. Oh, that's really bad. Oh man. He's gonna go for it. He's gonna go for the bird kill. Nice, GG Terex. Sadly, you can't kill him with the bird, but you know, he had the bird flying around. Meanwhile, Ppot already got rid of the first phase. Really good second phase either. Let's see how the capsule goes. Not a very good spawn for the first. Oh man, he's not getting very lucky right now. Only one hit away. He's not shooting. He's choosing to wait. Yo, nice. He got an off-screen kill. He was waiting for that. GG Ppot. It was a pretty good race. It was close. Even though Ppot had a lot of deaths. Very punishing deaths early on. Because he got a game over. Terex also had some mistakes by the end of the game, so it was close enough that if Terex had messed up something on refights, Ppot might have catched up. So that was it, guys. I hope you had fun. I sure had.